to be a pirate and do whatever you wanted. I cozy up to the barkeep and give him a little rap on the beak. Tell him they had two options.
Why'd you hit the bartender?
He needed it. He needed it.
He needed it.
He was dressed like a pirate. I wanted to get into character, and I was like, I'm having a bad day.
As soon as you sit down at the bar, boom, you just sock the bartender, and then it's smooth sailing.
It's not a sock. It's a low rap on the beak.
But okay, so you just kind of flick him on the
it's like
face.
That. Yeah. Boom, a little rap on the beak.
Sure.
Right across the nose.
As soon as you sit down. This is before what can I get you?
Yep.
This is everything.
Yep.
So
standing.
So after that point, then you can just set the tone.
Yeah.
For the whole interaction.
He knows not to bother me. Like, when I need something, I'll whistle. If I clap my hands once, I want a drink. Don't make me clap my hands twice. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And
you're a dream come true.
Yeah, he knew. He knew.
You are a dream come true.
Because again, you're all in character. So when you walk into like a medieval times restaurant or the pirate restaurant, you immediately go into character because they're in character.
Right.
Everybody around you's in character. Mm-hmm. They're all mic'd up. They got their own shit going on. And with that, you kind of fall into it where you're like, all right, we're on a fucking pirate ship in the 1600s. I'm ready to give somebody a rap on the beak and get some drinks. To that point, the two liquors that they offered are, and I got that. I got a lot of R.
It makes me so uncomfortable, but we'll talk about that later.
That was the only letter in the alphabet, by the way. Was that last night? Everywhere we went, and which is fun. That's part of the whole magic of it and the whole shit.
I want you to stay in character.
So when I asked him, I was like, "Hey, I'd like a drink," and he was like, "Well, we only serve what they served back then."
Oh no!
I got that pirate voice. Oh, we only serve what we served back then, and I was like, "Great, what did you serve back then?" Beer and a couple liquors. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. You guys had beer back then? And they were like, yeah, we did, matey. And I was like, oh, fantastic. What kind of beer? Because just out of curiosity, I want to know. I was expecting like a deep lager, like a brown, like old school thing. Sure. Corona Lights.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
How very...
Yeah. That is the opposite of pirates.
Sure.
To me, like nobody comes strong with a Corona Light. I'm pissed off when somebody gives me a Corona Light, or if I go to somebody's house and they have Corona Lights. That's fucking bullshit. It's water at that point.
Yeah. Remember the
Coronitas?
Coronitas?
And I don't like it. Yeah. Yep. I'm not a fan of those either.
My brother accidentally got them one time when he was like charged to go get the beer or whatever, and he's just like and they're just a little bit small enough that you could be like, is it me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's like holding it, just like,
God,
I feel like I've grown, or like, what is going on? And then you're like, just about like 2 ounces less. What's the point? But go ahead.
So they had Corona Lights, some Heineken. And I was just like, I don't get down on either of those. So I was like, what do we got liquor-wise? What are we talking about? Again, 2 types of liquor. Great. What are they? Rum, of course, very piratey.
There you go.
And tequila. And I was like,
Again, I see a little bit of a Mexican theme / Same.
Odd choices. Went with the tequila. Threw down, hey, throw a couple shots on ice. Let's do this.
Because you already rapped on the beak, so you're getting the extra shot.
And again, if you're asking why I threw it on ice, it was not good tequila. And I knew that, and it was just like, I'm going to have to spice this up as much as I can just to make this tolerable.
Sure.
I mean, it was bottom basement tequila, and I wasn't even going to ask why they had that. I knew the answer, because that's what the pirates drink,
Right.
Like, they're not going to have top shelf fucking Casamigos or something like that. Like, you're just not going to have it.
Casamigos.
Yeah. So I got the 2 shots of tequila, get the ice, really lemon, lime that fucking shit up just to get some flavoring in this tequila. And I walk over to where you guys are in the makeup station, and I the makeup chair turns around, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, what'd you get?" Painted like a skeleton, but like a realistic, like Hollywood skeleton. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I was gone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
No,
and even me, I was like paying. I was paying, and then I came to the chair, and he had already told her that he wanted a skeleton.
Yep.
Full go for it.
Yeah.
And it was like dark all the way around the eyes, like white everywhere, cuts and cracks, and like
it looked
shading.
Amazing. It
and
looked
I was
like yeah, it looked like he was an extra. At fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, that one
Christ.
part where the dead skeletons are in the treasure.
And I was like, fuck, man, you did this in 5 minutes. I laughed so hard and it made my entire day. The beauty of it is you ended up buying a picture because they take like 900 pictures of you and they ask you to buy them.
Yeah, it's
you bought
a
picture. The way the makeup is with the skeleton, it could have been any child.
It could have been any child, but I loved the picture only because he's just like so in character.
He's in character, yeah.
So stoic. Yeah. And he's never like that. So it was like really weird that makeup just totally changed his whole...
Sure.
He never does that.
No. The other thing that I find hilarious at these places, and again, we had a great time. It was fun for the whole family.
Oh, it was so fun.
It was great.
I loved it.
I enjoyed going to Medieval Times as a kid.
All of it.
Went a couple times. We even went in Vegas. We got fucked up in Vegas and went.
Do they have it at Vegas?
Oh yeah, they have it at the Excalibur.
I would go.
Would you really?
I would.
Yeah. Because then you see the jousting and the whole shit. So
I would.
We got real fucked up and went to years and years ago. I would say 15 years ago, and went to the Excalibur show and did the whole thing. And we were like, calling the waitress a wench and all that shit. Yeah. Oh, wench, and stayed in those voices all night. Yeah.
Right,
we got the hats.
Dream come true.
We got the hats. We got the whole thing. And it was our joke as we were in Vegas, but it got me to thinking last night when we saw other people there without children, and I was like, why are you going to this show without children? Because you're not in Vegas. We're in Myrtle Beach.
We're in Myrtle.
And
it's a lot of money for like a show that's really cool, but for kids, amazing, right? For you, it's like, oh, wow, that's cool.
And they have kids come up and do certain activities,
sure.
like,
it's very
kid-oriented. The boats.
Very kid-oriented, but...
I was surprised to see grown-ass people, like, in their 50s, just chilling, where it was just like, oh, they're really here for the show. Like, this is...
And the dinner, maybe.
Well, I'm not going to get into the food there, but
let's not.
It was definitely a pirate's life there. It was definitely a pirate's life food. The food at these places is never the best, but that's the excuse of it is, this is what we had back then. Same with Medieval Times.
Right.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I will say the only thing about those things is I get really uncomfortable with the people like super in character.
Yeah.
In that capacity. It's the same reason why I can't go to like a super cheesy musical, even if it's Broadway.
Right.
But there's this idea of like, I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable.
I like it and I enjoy it. My one thing though, is having been in the entertainment industry for so long at this point, I look at them as actors and I'm like, fuck, how and why did you get to this point that you're doing the pirate show in Myrtle Beach every night?
Yeah.
And I took my son to the bathroom. I ran into a couple of them on the way out of the bathroom, and I overheard them talking pirates out of character. They thought nobody was around.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Behind the veil.
And the one guy was like, man, I did not think this was going to be fucking sold out tonight. This is going to be an awesome show. And I was just like, shit. But on the other hand, I think of it this way of, if you want to talk about real acting, like just genuine real acting for an hour, a show is an hour and a half, right? Mm-hmm. You go on a set of a movie, a big budget movie, whatever, say the fucking, I don't know, Tron or fucking Black Panther, whatever's coming out this weekend.
Sure.
You're lucky to maybe be acting total 15, 20 minutes out of the day.
Oh, yeah. A lot of sitting around, a lot of like makeup, a lot of special effects.
You don't have to do anything near what these fucking people were doing for an hour and a half.
I know.
And like the acrobatics and all of this shit.
Maybe that's why it makes me uncomfortable. Because there's like a fake smile and like a cheerleading type pose and posing.
Yeah.
And you just know they might be dead inside.
Yes. And
and it's just this like, whoa, and like the guy and the love story is totally gay, and it's just
He was a homosexual man, and that's fine, but you could, he was with a hot, attractive lady, and you were like, oh, he definitely does not want to be with her.
I wonder if it's just pirates in general, because there are like a couple shows in town here where there's like a pirate community, and around everywhere there's sort of like a pirate community where these people, it's kind of akin to like Renaissance fair, right?
Sure.
But they really they all dress up, they all like stay in character even when they don't have to be,
right.
and grow out dreadlocks as like a 55-year-old man, and like buy all these like swashbuckling stuff. And maybe it could be just pirates. Like maybe medieval times won't make me as uncomfortable.
Nah,
do you know what I mean?
I doubt it.
It's this pirate community where like they really
they live it. They live that life.
And it's really weird.
But my question is, like, for the actors, do they view that as a stepping stone? That's what makes me uncomfortable. So that's my uncomfortable part of it. It's not the people themselves. The show is great. But I want to know their backstory, where it's like, truthfully, I wish we could get one of them on the show.